I'm Jeff Philbin, this is Dinner DeeAs, and today we're providing the perfect portions as we bring you an idea for dinner for two. No need to scale or divide or mess with math. This recipe is just right for you and a friend, plus as delicious as a full-on banquet. My garlic butter shrimp pasta, plus a quick double serving dessert. No leftovers or food waste in sight. My friends, I want to let you all in on a little secret here. Dinner DeeAs isn't my show, it's your show. We want to bring you meals that you want to cook, that you want to have fun in the kitchen with. And if there's something that you want to see or eat, let us know. Email us, dinnerdeas@fox.com, or write us at facebook.com/dinnerdeas. That's what Eve did. She's watching us in Frostproof. Hi, Eve. She said, can you make a simple dinner meal for two? All I see is family dinners, which are great, but too much for just two. Eve, I get it. When we're not making a family meal, we've done a few decadent date night dinners for two, but you need a regular recipe for a quick weeknight meal. I get it. Trust me, I totally get it. So for Eve and anyone who needs it, today's recipe is just right for you and for two. There's no need to overshop or end up with leftovers to last you all week long, but tastes as great as a full-on dinner party dish. I'm making garlic butter shrimp and white bean pasta with feta and lemon, plus a dessert that's designed for double portions only, a quick strawberry shortcake, which is what we're going to start with first. I've already started to slice up some strawberries, but there's a purpose between how and why I'm doing these strawberry slices, because they're going to be macerated. And you might be saying to yourself, what does that mean, Jeff? I've seen that on a menu. I've heard that on other cooking shows. Maceration is where sugar is going to take out the juices and the liquid, the moisture, through the strawberries themselves. They're going to steep in their own juices. So we're just going to take a little bit of sugar and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. The liquid and the acids will help with that process a little bit faster for you to be able to get that. Now you might say, well, I don't want the balsamic vinegar. I don't like that flavor. Trust me, you're going to absolutely love it. All I'm doing here, I'm just making sure that that sugar, a little pinch of that salt, and that balsamic vinegar coats our strawberries. And what I really also like about having these different slices, as you can see here, that macerated part here will allow for the juices to come out quicker. And then when we plate it, you'll have that texture, that bite of seeing nice big bites of that strawberry. So that's exactly what we're gonna want. And we don't wanna do anything more. We just need time and room temperature to do its thing. We're just gonna let this sit here for a little bit while it works its magic. On to our entree. Now I've already got a hot pot over here that's boiling. I've already salted it, and this is really nice, Eve, because you wanna use a linguine, a fettuccine, you absolutely can. I like penne for this one here. It's really nice. It just gives a nice little bit of a bite for the fork to meet. So I'm going with the penne pasta straight in. Read your instructions. For ours here, it's about 12 to 14 minutes for it, and we're just gonna let that be. While we work on our pasta and get everything going, let's talk about a great protein. Now I've got shrimp. Now, this is a weeknight meal for Eve and for anyone that's been wanting to have a dish like this. Frozen is absolutely fine. I've been letting this defrost out, but as you can see over here, there is some of that water. It's a briny mixture that's over on this side here. So you don't want to just think to yourself, I'm going to throw this straight into the pan. No. What we're going to do here is we're going to drain it first. And I've got a colander that's already ready for me. I'm just gonna move it around so that way I can get as much off of it as possible. And I'm just going to take a nice paper towel here that's stacked up on a couple of them and just get a nice little bit of that moisture out of it so it creates a nice sear when it hits my pan. I might move it around a little bit so that way I can get that paper towel to really kind of absorb it, and just wipe that bowl a little bit and get any of the extra that's out of it. We're just gonna hit it with just a little bit of olive oil and keep it really simple on this one here. A little olive oil, a little crushed black pepper, a little salt, a little paprika. And to make this dinner for two for you and someone special, or yourself and your lunch tomorrow, grab my recipe at dinnerdeas.com. For quicker service, scan the QR code we have in the corner of the screen by opening the camera app on your phone and pointing at the TV. And when that box is in frame and big enough, if not, just zoom in. A link to us will pop up on your phone. Now, I've got a nice little coating and tossing over here. And it was, again, really, really simple flavors that all going to come well together. We're going to put a little olive oil into our pan. I'm also going to add just a little bit of fat and flavor here as well. Just a little bit of some butter. This is absolutely fantastic. Starting to sizzle, which is nice. It gives me a second here to make sure that I've got my shrimp well coated. To hit my hot pan here. We're gonna go straight into our pan and make sure that I can lay them flat. I give them a little toss in our pan here and move them. I need that surface area. I need that shrimp to hit the pan. Without it, it's just gonna turn into a mushy shrimp. And what I'm looking here for is after I get these really flat and have that nice surface area, and I can monitor and see where all the shrimp is at, you're looking about a couple minutes per side here. And that's really what we want to do. You don't want to overcook this shrimp here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one here and get it successfully seared here, my friends, while you guys take a break. Let's agree to meet right back here, though, and I can show you just how a couple of cans help make this sauce for this dish ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, where I have an idea for dinner for two. Designed and done for a duo, not a party of five. My garlic butter shrimp and white bean pasta with feta and lemon and a quick strawberry shortcake. Before the break, I prepped the strawberries for the shortcake, tossing them together with granulated sugar, balsamic vinegar, and a pinch of salt, and letting them macerate at room temperature while I worked on the pasta, getting the penne on to cook, and then heating olive oil and butter to cook up some shrimp, which I seasoned with a little more olive oil, salt, black pepper, and paprika, and it's coming along really well. The pasta's already done, so I knew that they were done because I followed the instructions, number one, but it tastes and has a little bit of the chew, a little al dente. Because I'm working with a few different dishes over here, I don't want the pasta to stick. So I put a little olive oil and just a little bit of butter. All of those flavors are already inside my shrimp, so it's going to complement it really, really nicely. My shrimp is coming along nicely, and I want to show you folks at home. I'm going to take this off so you can see the comparison here. How do I know that these frozen shrimp are going to be done from the grocery store? You see this one here in particular? Look at my hand here. See how it has a U? Undercooked. It's uncooked. Let's take this one in particular. See this one here? It's got a C. It's cooked. It's also very hot. but I also can taste it. It's got that chew. It's got that bite. It's cooked. It's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to bring this to the side here while I start bringing in some more flavors to my dish here. Now, I've got some sliced garlic. Now, I like sliced garlic for this particular dish. I want the subtleties to come in with all of my other dishes here, the other components of this dish. If I was to do an immense stir, I went really, really fine with that. It might overpower the bite too much. The slice just gives that nice essence of garlic. And all I did was the exact same process of slicing it the way that I had done with the strawberries. I let the knife do the work and just roll it around there, slicing it very nice, bring it back and forth to make nice thin slices here. You want to use a mandolin, you go right ahead, but it's easy to do just that. We're going to let that garlic heat just a little bit with that remaining liquid that's inside there, as well as that butter and the oil. Well, we start really thinking about adding some more ingredients. Really simple. Eve, this right here, two ingredients here for this dish that you might already have inside your pantry. I've got some fire roasted diced tomatoes straight out of the can. All I did was I just took the can opener and used my finger to just kind of drain the juices out as best I can. That's that. I don't want the juices because I'm not trying to make so much of a liquid here of just this one note of a flavor here. I want the essence of the tomatoes. I just don't want all of that liquid base from that. Same thing goes for what's going to be my cannellini beans. This is going to have just a bunch of, salt. It's going to have calcium chloride. It's going to have stuff that I can't even pronounce on this. I just want truly a cannellini bean. So we're going to drain all of those remaining pieces off of it. I'm just going to drain that piece out like so. Top of the lids are off, so that way they don't fall later. I'm going to throw these away. And they're going to go straight in with our shrimp. Give this a nice little bit of a toss here. Now, the canned is absolutely fine for this dish. This is really perfect for you're getting all the flavors from the fire roasting, which is exactly what you want. But you don't have to be sitting there thinking, oh, let me go roast some tomatoes. Eve, you don't have the time for that one. Neither do I. The can is absolutely fantastic and purposeful for this part. We're going to add just a little bit of some dried oregano inside here. A little pinch of some crushed red pepper flakes. Now, if you don't want to have crushed red pepper flakes, you don't need to. Absolutely fine. But I like that. And we're just going to hit it with just a little bit of some vegetable broth. I do need some liquid. I just don't want the liquid out of the can. I just want to be able to now bring this up to a nice simmer. Stir in all of my ingredients here. And just let this be. To grab my recipes for this double dinner and dessert, head to dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code in the corner of the screen. All right. While this simmers, let's get into dessert, because I know I got that sweet tooth, and you might at home be getting ready for it too. So I've got my KitchenAid. Now you can do this by hand, but you're going to be whisking away, working the forearms too much. No. Take the KitchenAid out, put the whisk attachment on, take some heavy cream, throw that straight in. Got a little confectioner's sugar, some powdered sugar that's going to go inside as well. We're going to put a little pinch of some salt and a little vanilla. It's going straight in. And all I'm going to do is slowly turn this on and let it do its thing. I'm going to let that aeration part happen with the whisking part to this. And what I'm looking for ultimately are nice, stiff, firm peaks. And we're going to get there because while we get this ready to get there, we're taking another break. When we come back, a lemon and cheese are all that you need to finish up this pasta. Ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. Cooking for a couple today as we make a meal idea for two. No more, no less. My garlic butter shrimp and white bean pasta with feta and lemon. And even dessert that I'm doing at the same time, a quick strawberry shortcake. Before the break, after draining the pasta, I added a little olive oil to stop it from sticking while we did the rest of the dish. I added sliced garlic to the shrimp and then drained a can of fire-roasted tomatoes and a can of cannellini beans. Added them to the pan along with some crushed red pepper flakes, dried oregano, and veggie broth. Meanwhile, I whipped up some cream for the dessert, combining heavy cream with powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. And I let the stand mixer just do its thing over here. And let's take a look at this because I turned it off just a moment ago, and I've got stiff peaks on that side of it all, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm like a little kid right now. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you would give like the spatula to your kid when you were making something and they just light up. This is perfect and it is absolutely ready. You can see those stiff peaks along the side. I am ready to go. And I just might take this just for myself right here, but I should be fair. So we're gonna put this into the fridge for now. Keep it cool while we finish up the rest of our dish. That is so good right there. Okay, let's go see what's going on with our shrimp over here. It's thickened a little bit. All of those liquids there have really come together really nicely. But the telltale sign is going to be, how does it taste? Fresh red pepper flake, you get. The fire to roasted tomatoes, you get that sweetness. The garlic is just a hint of it all. Salt is absolutely fantastic, but it needs a little acid. So let's go ahead and just get a little bit of some lemon zest. Again, I love lemon zest. It brings out all the essential oils. A microplane is your friend in the kitchen. It's something that you should always have on hand. And when you have the need for having some lemon juice, you can always have that lemon zest to go with it. So let's just do that. We got our lemon zest in there. And let's just get a little fresh lemon juice going into it. To grab my recipe for this garlic butter shrimp pasta and the strawberry shortcake, go to dinnerdeas.com or scan the QR code in the corner of the screen to find us. And all I want to do here is I just want to toss all of this together. I just want to stir it and make sure that I get that lemon zest and the juice together. And it's absolutely fantastic now to fold right in to our pasta. Now I put a little bit of some butter and some olive oil in so that it wouldn't stick, because now I can just add in everything else and it becomes like a really nice sauce behind it. I'm just gonna stir this all together. And it's got a beautiful, beautiful coating now. And it smells absolutely fantastic. But I really need a little burst of some more flavor. And what I find here, Eve, feta cheese. Feta cheese is going to bring a nice little bit of tanginess, but it's that salt bite as well. So we're just going to take a little bit, and this is just crumbled feta cheese that you can find at your local grocery store, right out of the package there, and some fresh parsley. Because as you can see, the colors don't look good. It's kind of just muted a little bit. It's got just like the pinks and opaques going on with it all. Need a little bit of some green. Brighten up the dish a little bit. I'm gonna just toss this together and see how much more vibrant now this comes alive and looks. Look at how it sticks to our penne pasta. That beautiful green speckling like that. The residual heat will soften that feta cheese just a little bit as well. So it makes it a little bit more creamy. And it's gonna be absolutely fantastic, because when we come back, just because it's just for two, doesn't mean we can't make this look fancy on the plate. How to serve this all up ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz, where we're taking your recipe requests. And Eve wrote us wanting some meals made just for two. No big family meals. So I came up with a garlic butter shrimp and white bean pasta with feta and lemon, and a dessert so quick that I guarantee you can make it at the same time. It's a simple strawberry shortcake. And this is really the time where it all comes to shine. So we're gonna just take a little bit, and I'm going into a bowl for this one here. The bowl is just a nice vessel for this to collect. You don't have to do something fancy onto the plate. It's warm, it's comforting, it's perfect. Very nice, very nice. We're gonna just hit it with just a little bit of some olive oil, like so. And I've got some basil, some chiffonade basil that I'm gonna be using for the strawberry shortcake, but I'm also gonna just finish it over here. Now you might be saying, like, what's a chiffonade? You see these really, really thin slices over here? I rolled up my basil leaves and cut them really, really thin so I can get that nice little cut over here. And that's it. It's just a thin little ribbon, and it's absolutely fantastic. Look how that looks. But not to be outdone, because I've already got a sweet tooth. I tasted that, and I'm ready to go for that whipped cream. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun. These are just right out of the packaged dessert shells. You can find these at your local grocery store. Why bake something when you've already gotten something that can help you in a quick pinch of time? And all I'm gonna do here is I'm taking two of them. Why? Because you deserve it, Eve, okay? This is a dessert for two, so why not go for a two for over here and double up? I'm gonna take that little cavity here. See that little bit right there? That little indentation, and I'm gonna fill that indentation in. I'm gonna put a nice little bit of some whipped cream right on top of that. I'm gonna take just a little bit of some strawberries, like so. I'm I'm gonna fill that pocket right up. Because now, we're gonna repeat the process. We're gonna put this right on the top like so. And now, we're gonna have a bigger scoop for my strawberries to fit right onto the center. And also down it as well, because this has got everything. And because I macerate it with just a little help of that balsamic vinegar, I've got that liquid. That liquid is just gonna pour right on top like so, and that looks absolutely fantastic. Hit it with just a little bit of our fresh homemade whipped cream right on top. And this is one where it's like, if it gets messy, it's totally fine, okay? You can clean it up, you can have some fun with it, and make it very artistic with a couple tips here. A little balsamic glaze goes really, really nice with what we already just did with our balsamic vinegar. And because this is just a reduction of balsamic vinegar, it's sweet, it's thicker, it's really, really nice. And it just kind of fell a little bit, but that's okay. We'll finish it up with just a little bit here of some of that basil. And while we're at it, we will pick that piece up here. Hop it right back on. So, a little bit of some fresh mint. And that's it. It's an absolutely incredible dessert dinner. It's just for two. Eve, if you make this for your dinner, let us know. Send us a photo, and don't forget, find the recipes for dinner and dessert at our website, dinnerdeas.com, or just scan the QR code in the corner. I'm Jeff Filden. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more ideas for dinner, as we call them, Dinner Deas.